Right, I'm under the Trailstar. It's I pitched in the wrong place originally, but and I nearly sort of thought, oh God, what am I doing? But I remembered I just had to walk just an extra 50 feet or 100 feet to where this place is here. And this is definitely better. This is exactly where I pitched last time. I saw a rock just about 50 feet or 100 feet, as I say, in that direction, and I was trying to pitch there. And I seemed to be downhill or something weird. I don't know, but it didn't add up. It wasn't right anyway. But I've got the Trailstar up. Not quite sure what height I have it on. I put the bung on, so that's given me the height of that, and I put it on the there, on the second marker there, and on 10 there. Not focusing, but so my guess is that's probably about a metre. I've put the Mountain Laurel Designs Polycrow sheet down, and then I've put the Bug Bivi. Look at my feet. I've put the Bug Bivi on top of that. As I sort of, if I use both, it's one protecting the Cuben a little bit, and two, it's just giving me a slightly extra, a little bit of waterproofness. As I say, it's really quite weird. I know all you know, all the hardened campers, you're so used to this sort of thing. But I must admit, this does seem quite strange. But I've never been brilliant leaving home, so you know, it's not just camping. It's actually being away from my own bed that's actually quite hard. I know it sounds daft, but there you go. It is what it is. No point in getting emotional about it. That's Fair Tor in the distance. The time at the moment is just coming up to 5 o'clock. As I say, I made a bit of a boo-boo with the first pitch, but that was because I was doing it in the wrong place. I mean, the next thing to do is to puff up this. I've got my sleeping bag, and I've put a sleeping bag and a quilt in. I'm going to try the quilt first, so the sleeping bag is more for backup. And again, I bought this, that sort of emergency something to lean on. Food is in this pouch here. Probably pin it over so you can see the sign there. And then that bag there is my spare clothes if I need them. It's just a small bag. It's not. There's not a lot in there. It's just leggings, a woolly top, and I've got a hat, a light hat, light gloves. One thing I have noticed, and it's one of the reasons I've pitched right where a sheep has done its business. So I'm just in the process of trying to ping most of them out there. So anyway, I'll come back when there's a little bit more to say, and I've got things set up a little bit more. And I've put Bess at the back for this pitch. Right, the time is now 5:40, and this is the second time it's rained. The first time it rained was when I was pitching the Trailstar. Well, the second time I was pitching the Trailstar, unfortunately. But I didn't get too wet, thankfully. Managed to get a good pitch pretty quickly, second time round. But it's raining again now. The forecast said rain between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. and then no rain after that at all. So we'll see how accurate that is. I've made myself reasonably well at home. I think everything's okay. I've taken Bess's raincoat off. If it starts to cool, I can put it back on again. And I've just put at the moment, I've just put a towel down just to help dry her belly and legs off. So thankfully I got her under this before it started raining really hard. And I have been out and retensioned the guys, so they're all done. My left side here seems very taut, very tight. The right side there seems to just sag in just a little bit. It's probably just me. It's the way I don't know how these things go, so I'm sure that's perfect. I've put as I said earlier on, I've put the plastic sheet down, and I must admit I'm very glad I did, because it's obviously so wet. That just gives, and I'm trying the duvet. So, and with the duvet, I've put some. Oh, you can't really see it. I'll try and show it another time. But yeah, so I've put the plastic sheet underneath the Bug Bivi, and as you can see, I haven't quite got it lined up. I've shifted, the mat has shifted a bit. Up at the head end, I'll have to be careful actually that I don't pop out during the night, because that could be don't slide down. The head end, I've put that roll of stuff under there to help raise me up, and then I've put that there, the pump pillow which I use for the mat. The pump pillow I rest my elbow on, and then I've just got a little bit of spare polythene up this end. And again, just before leaving, I actually changed the sheeting that I had for one that I had that was 2 meters long, or about 6 feet long, to this one which Ron sent me when I ordered it, which is about 8 feet long. So I must be sitting on a bit of it scrunched up somewhere, because there should be a bit more top and bottom. So obviously I haven't laid it out properly. But I just thought I'd do this video of me in the Trailstar, in the quilt with Beth. And at the moment everything seems okay. No rain that I've noticed yet is getting in, thankfully. And Beth has had her water. Right, well, we're still here. Time is now 6:36. Once again, we've got a bit of a pigsty. I don't know how anyone keeps stuff organised here, but it probably looks a lot worse than it really is. I've put Bess's bowl over there. Once the sun came out, I was starting to get a bit too warm inside the Trailstar and the quilt, so I came out, and then I found I was getting a bit cool outside, so I've just put a merino wool layer on, and that's helped somewhat. I've got a meal going, which is just under there, and that's my potato, which I can heat up later. I keep all my food in this bag there, and then I put another potato in there, and there's another meal in the bag if I need more food. As you can see, I've got plenty of maths. Halfway down that water already, but I've still got one other water. So that's the inside. You can see Bess's bed at the back, and her pack and coat. Or coat's food. She's had some food. Try and get some food inside me in a minute once that's heated up. Yeah, but I've only just put it on, so it'll take a little while. It really is. It's very pretty. It's very peaceful. I'm glad that rain has gone. It's a little bit worried about that, but let's clear that. Now we've got blue sky, a little bit of cloud. And some new friends. It's coming up to 10 to 8, and I had one cow here earlier, and now I've got herd of them, so I'm sure they'll go away soon. Not particularly bothered about them. Still got a couple of hours of daylight left, but it is cooling off, so I'm probably going to hop back into the Trailstar soon. Well, I mean, it looks a right tip still, but I'm trying to sort it out. I was going to put the cooking stuff to the side of me in that sort of little grassy patch there, but that's how I'll be getting in and out, so I don't think that's going to be a good idea. So I've put it in front of me, excuse the tea bag, but I've put it in front there, and then once I'm in there, that pile of stuff that's on the sleeping pad, I'll try and sort out a little bit. And as I said, the signal is really bad, so I might just try and have a little read or something. But not doing too badly, really. Not doing too badly. These cows are getting nearer. But it's a shame that there's no signal, because it would be nice to do a bit of tweeting here. Because I've had a couple of people sort of tweet back to me, but it's a real struggle to get anything. It's even worse than last time, and that was bad enough. And of course, home is that way. Car and home is that way, so we'll be heading that way in the morning. But let's just have another view of guard dog. Still showing an interest. This grey one is particularly interested. He's the one, or she's the one who's come the closest. They had wandered off a bit, and then they decided to come back again. I don't mind cows, but there's some munching very nearby. That's that grey one. He's a little she. I think they're females. I hope. But that grey one is the grey ones are the one. Oh, there's a grey one over there as well. But the grey ones seem to be quite inquisitive. I know. Let's anything under there? Ooh, look at that. That's looking under there. They're munching all night. Oh, just quickly, let me try and show you what I've done with this quilt. I've brought Bess back in. I just used the command BED, but and she knows that's her bed. Yes, with this PhD quilt, I put some bungee cord. It's not focusing, but put some bungee cord through the loops. I've used 5 of them, and I've got that going the length of the, the length of the quilt. The corner is quite close, but I'm not in that corner, so be interested to know how close others get to the corner. The mat bed thingamajigs to the corner of the Trailstar. Yeah, my head keeps touching. I don't know how people manage to manoeuvre around inside here without their head touching. But I must admit, now I've settled down, so you've got a view of a cooker. Now I've settled down, you can't really beat that for a view, can you? Sorry, a bit wobbly. I've had a meal. I did one of my boil in a bag meals, and I've had 2 cups of tea. Look at it. I mean, do people get organised in these things? I mean, I just give up. I don't know how people organise anything or anything when they're out here. I just got bags and stuff everywhere. I've got my socks. I've got my trousers on still. Got my socks there in case my feet get cold. And I've got 3 layers on. I've got 3 layers on. I mean, some people in this temperature probably wouldn't wear much, if anything at all. And I've got 3 layers on. I've got I've got a merino base layer, a merino hoodie, and my Canyon shirt on. And I'm just cozy. Anyway, I better shut up, otherwise this video is gonna go on forever by the time I've stuck all this lot together. That's the view we've got this morning. So the mists are in. It's 20 past 6. It looks like the mist is trying to clear, perhaps. Had a pretty good night's sleep. But I must admit, birds singing woke me up at about 3:30 this morning. And every time I try and film Bess in the morning, she's washing herself. Yes, I was woken up about 3:30 by birds, and I think it was raining at about 4, and I must admit that woke me up as well. So I'm here at the moment. Oh dear. Mind you, there's nothing new. Let's just stop washing herself now. Almost. She wanted some more water, so I had to top her water up. Also. But I think make some porridge in a minute. Have something warm. I'm cool now, not cold, but I've cooled off a little bit. Bess doesn't seem to quite understand that she's better off on her bed than half on and half off. Oh dear. Yeah. It's 7:15 now. see the rain that fell earlier in the night. The birds are still singing. I've given Bess some food, so she seems content at the moment. Drops of rain on the bottom, and it's cleared, and I think the sun is out. I've put some porridge in there, which I'm just letting thicken up a bit, and then I've made the water that was there left. I've made a cup of tea in that. It's a bit big, but so that's where we are at the moment this morning. Right, I've packed most of everything in the rucksack. It's 10 to 8. I was hoping to try and get going for about 8, but I don't think that's going to be quite possible. But I don't think it'll be much after 8. It's a good couple of hours to get back to the car. I wanted to try and get home for sort of early afternoon, but that's still not impossible, I don't think. So just a quick video just to finish off for the moment. That plastic sheet was a big bonus. I'm glad I brought that with me, and you can see Bess is still inside thinking, well, what's happening now then? Yes. I just got her stuff to pack away, but that won't take long. I did touch the inside a few times, particularly obviously moving around, but a good night's sleep all in all. So I may do another video later, but if not, I'll say goodbye and catch you again.